YouTube? Welcome to Meekville. It's your girl Mika Stay Fly, and I'm reporting live from the Ville. Today's topic is Russell Wilson and whether he is a square, corny, or not. So here's my take on the situation. I feel as though I have a different definition of what corny or square may be. But when I was growing up, corny or square, those terms were pretty much used to describe people who did not grow up in a urban environment. So Will's character in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is what one would have considered cool or whatever based on the TV show. And Carlton would have been the one that was considered corny or square. Now, at the big age that I am right now, I have a very different outlook on the topic. I don't think Russell Wilson is corny. I'm going to go ahead and start out by saying that. He is not corny by my definition. The definition that I just gave, or the example that I just gave, is what I believe society's or the general consensus is when it comes to what corny or square means. So I do believe that there are people who could be considered corny. But to me, a corny person is someone who goes out of their way to degrade women, men, just anything. If they go out of their way to be offensive, if they go out of their way to degrade people, if they have a fake persona of being very grandiose, regardless of their socioeconomic background. They could be celebrities, they could be famous, they could have tons of money, but if they kind of just present this very pretentious, elitist attitude where they look down on people, frown on people, that's my idea of corny. And as I'm talking, I have a few celebrities in mind who fit the bill, but I'm not going to name them because that's not what this is about. So as far as Russell Wilson goes, I think that he is what I believe men across the board should be displaying. Adult men, like when you get to a certain age, you should aspire to be someone who is respectful to women. You should aspire to be someone who, if you have children, you love on those children and you nurture them and you raise them to the best of your ability. It has nothing to do with the type of music that you listen to. It has nothing to do with how you dress. You can still like trap music. You can still have fun. You can be very flashy in the way that you dress. All of those things are preferences, and those are things that are pretty much up to the individual. You can enjoy whatever it is you want to enjoy, but what makes you a non-corny person, what makes you a good person in my eyes, is obviously your heart, how you treat people, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I don't think that Russell Wilson is corny at all. And I don't think that women of a certain age range and a certain level of maturity frown upon men like Russell Wilson. There was a person who was just in social media who spoke out about Russell Wilson and Sierra, and basically he said that the only reason Sierra married Russell Wilson is because of his money, because Russell Wilson is a square, and there is no way that she would have chosen Russell Wilson over Future if Russell didn't have the money that he has. And so to that, I would say that it could be possible for a younger woman, a woman who has not matured yet, a woman who does not know herself. Women who have not reached a certain level of maturity do find the persona that Future has to be appealing. This is no shade to Future at all. Listen, I love I listen to Future's music. I love his style. I've always thought he was a phenomenal dresser. Y'all know how I love fashion. I've always thought that Future was a phenomenal dresser. He is not, I think he's handsome. I like his locks. You know what I mean? But he's easy on the eyes, but when you start talking about his track record as it relates to the relationships that he's been in and the women that he's been with, he is notorious for being the type of man who is toxic to women. So while I think women may look to him for a good time, while I think women may look to him as eye candy, I don't think women of a certain level of maturity would choose a man like Future over a man like Russell Wilson. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but again, I think it all relates to your level of maturity and what you want in life. Even if you are of a certain age, if you are in a space where you're not looking to get married, you're not looking to be in a committed relationship, if you're just in a space where you just want to have fun, you just want to have a physical relationship, you don't necessarily care about having a meaningful bond with a person, then yes, Future is the fun guy. He is the fun guy. He is the person that, yeah, he'll take you out, spend, drop bands on you or whatever. Y'all have fun. Y'all might get it cracking. But he is not the type of man who is going to be monogamous and have a committed relationship. That's just not the type that he is. Will he ever get to that? Maybe, but it's no shade to anybody that I'm talking about. I'm just saying that the mindset is different. I don't think that she reached a certain level of maturity. I don't think that that's the type of man that you would go for. There are plenty of younger women who just want to have fun. There are plenty of women who just have not reached a certain level of maturity. And when I say maturity, I don't mean immature in a degrading way. I just mean that you're still trying to find yourself. You're still trying to figure out what you like. You're still trying to figure out what life is. So you may go for someone like Future for the reasons that I just mentioned. But if you are someone who is seeking something a little bit more meaningful, then absolutely you would choose Russell Wilson. I don't think money has anything to do with it as it relates to Ciara, because Ciara already had her own money. You know what I mean? I believe that Ciara had a number of relationships that failed, and so I think that she just kind of had a growth spurt, or she just had a revelation where she decided that she wanted something different. And Russell was someone who was different. I don't think Russell is unattractive. I think he's a very attractive man. He's athletic, you know what I mean? So he has the physique that a lot of women desire. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I don't see why people of a certain level of maturity would refer to this man as a square or as corny. Because like I said, my definition of corny has nothing to do with where you grew up with, the type of music that you like, how you dress, how you speak, how you articulate yourself. That has nothing to do with, that's not my definition. My definition of corny does not have anything to do with those things that I mentioned. Corny people to me are people who don't know how to treat folks. And that's the gist of it. And I know several celebrities who I would definitely call corny, who come from the hood, you know what I mean, who have this hood persona, who dress like all the cool kids, who have all the money, all the flashy this and that, but they have a very corny spirit. So that's all I want to say about that. Y'all weigh in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Deuces.